All right, couple of notes before we move forward and talk sports. The beautiful Sisters of the Convent, Mount Assisi in Bellevue, are having their Spring Fest today, so I want to give them some love, and hopefully they'll have a great turnout, having chicken dinners and cabbage dinners, and the Bambino who's shooting this is actually salivating because he, too, understands nobody will cook a dinner like those wonderful nuns, and they're also going to have a big bingo game going on, too, so I want to give them some love.
Ooh.
And also, I want to take a little time, you know, the Jimmy K's that we have spent time at many times in New Brighton, they're having a huge benefit today for a guy who has been there since the very first day Jimbo Klein bought it. Robert Sally, longtime employee of the railroad, recently diagnosed with cancer, doing extremely bad. So they're going to have a fundraiser, but this is really on the heels of his fiance on the midst of coming back from breast cancer too. So they're going to be raising money for them and doing all sorts of things today. Great giveaways, raffles, dunk tank in which you have a chance to dunk for wonderful bartenders, Ashley Casey, and of course Trissa Gray and Abby Sylvester and Brittany Klein and Sammy and the whole group. So please get down there and give them some love because he really is, as his fiance is, they don't come much better. Two of the finest in that region, so I want to give them some love. Okay, let's talk about the Penguins. By the way, tomorrow night, first 50 people that show up there, he's giving away some swag, some great t-shirts, so you're going to want to get down there for some great food and watch the Penguins. And the Penguins pretty much are close to saying Elvis is just about ready to leave the building. They still have a ways to go, but boy, the first two, they have been spectacular.
They have been really good. I mean, you talk about some sharpshooters. These guys have some players that can really shoot the puck, picking spots. And how about Gensel coming out of kind of virtually nowhere, really doing the Connor Sheary rust type of thing from last year. It's amazing how the Penguins are coming up with a rookie year after year to be, almost the star of the playoffs. It's really fascinating to see what those guys have been able to do. And Malkin just getting in front of the net. He's become one of those guys that's just so big and strong. I mean, you think of the European players, the Russian players not being that aggressive or that, physical, but he puts that myth to rest.
If I'm Toronto, after losing that first round to Washington, I'm saying maybe we should have kept Kessel. 2 goals again. Gensel, as you said. Matt Cullen, 40 years of age, gets the first goal. Marc-Andre Fleury stops 36 shots, and the Bambino's like, I can't believe he knows this much about hockey. But anyway, I'm so happy for them. But what I love is the fact that you've got Sidney Crosby just being a team player, too, and assisting on a lot of his productivity.
Yeah, as our buddy Bob Dvorak pointed out earlier, blocking shots, blocks a shot, gets back to his feet, and then starts the outlet, and they go the other way and score a goal. What a performance they put on last night. Really, it may have made it so discouraging for the Capitals, it's going to be really hard for them to come off the carpet.
First pitch about ready to take place, 93-7 the Fans, South Beach, Chad Cool on the hill. Pirates yesterday, 3-hit ball, a shutout for the Pittsburgh Pirates, 4-0 over Miami. The pitcher, Ivan Nova, big win for them, and they've kind of got their wheels put back on in Florida.
As poor as their defense had been playing, for the Pirates to shout out anybody is kind of impressive. But, Nova, 95 pitches last night in a complete game. I think he's got 5 complete games since he's been with the Pirates, and I don't think there's another pitcher in baseball that's had 5 complete games over that stretch.
We have really talked about the draft to the point where there's really nothing left to talk about other than the kid from Hopewell, Russell Shell. We talked about James Conner. He's in. He is a third-round pick. Many people believe he could be the backup for Le'Veon Bell because D'Angelo Williams, 34 years of age, is gone. But I got to give the WPIL's all-time leading rusher some love. Went to Hopewell, finally found a home in West Virginia, and he signs, after the draft, especially with all the hype and all the headlines and all the publicity, and he is just tweeting very positive thoughts. I wish him a whole lot of good luck.
Yeah, Rob, I'm sure his representatives had some other options that they had to weigh in the mix as far as other places that were offering him free agent opportunities. But there does seem to be a spot with the Pittsburgh Steelers when you talk about them having, usually they're going to keep 4 running backs in that backfield, and if he can come in there and maybe even plug in a little bit as a fullback, he's big, he can put on a little bit more weight, play the fullback position that really help him out. Maybe he has a chance to make it as a Steeler.
We were talking about a Catholic diocese earlier. Let's give Pope Francis some respect for, he held the blue, as in Michigan. Coach Harbaugh and company went and visited him, huh?
Yeah, that's a pretty fascinating story to see those guys out there. And I guess he had a Michigan helmet blessed and a pair of shoes. I don't know. They may not be the shoes of the fisherman, but they're the shoes of the Wolverine at this point.
And I'll leave you with this. The one play that's always in the Pope's playbook?
Uh-oh.
A Hail Mary. Ladies and gentlemen, have yourself a great rest of the day. Greg Diolis, Brock Schneider, and yes, CBS Radio in Pittsburgh. Bye-bye, everybody.